you are going to feel like giving up at some point. No matter what your current struggle in life is, this holds true. There are tons of videos on YouTube talking about starting your own YouTube channel. Why in the world are you watching this one? I think it's because there's one key factor that rules them all that I'm talking about in this video. How to stay motivated and persist when the waters get stormy and you feel like giving up. Did the other videos you've watched to this point let you in on that one? You are going to feel like giving up at some point. Hi, I'm Alan Olson, and I'm a lifestyle strategy encourager and coach and a licensed professional therapist. But you probably already knew that, and here's how I know. You most likely didn't just stumble across this video without already knowing me or first seeing some of my other videos. And that's the problem if you're just starting out. You don't have any other videos at this point. And without an audience, a track record, or any subscribers, YouTube's algorithms don't have any good reason to rank your video anywhere close to where it needs to be found by anyone. And that leads to a dormant video and leaves you disappointed. That's where I'm coming in and why you're still watching. I'm intentionally referred to the name of my channel, posting this video to a channel of mine that is basically dormant and at around ground zero. Why? To prove that within only a year's time in this current environment, you can still grow a YouTube channel significantly with the right ingredients. And more than that, whatever the challenge that lies before you at whatever point of life you're at, you can overcome your current obstacles by using some variation of the tips I'm going to get into next. Know your why. To make millions and quit my day job, dude. No, not that one. You need to know what impact you want to make. What message do you want to deliver, and what feelings and emotions do you want to inspire in your viewers? We all need to have a reason that explains why we do the things we do. We need to have something that we believe in and not just doing it because it's the next thing to do. Unless you have an idea of what your motivation is, of where your heart is in doing something, your passion isn't going to be in it, your heart isn't going to be in it, you're not going to be believable, and your message is going to lie untouched. Secondly, know your hurdles. What are the things that are going to get in your way? And like I said before, there are things that are going to make it hard. Maybe it's perfectionism, needing to have things just right, so much so that you never get something actually out there. Maybe it's a form of codependency. The fact that unless you're getting the kind of approval, unless something is going viral overnight, you're going to lose heart. You're going to lose faith and confidence in yourself that you really have a message. Maybe it's being too easily influenced by others. People say, well, you should do a video on this, and you got to talk about this, and you should do this more, and you should do this less. And you get so much ideas that you lose yourself, which is a crucial part of having an intelligible message to put out there. You have to have the right why and stay committed to it. And then you need to create an anchor, a central theme that will keep you in place when it gets stormy. And it does get stormy. Why do we have an anchor? An anchor keeps a ship in place. It keeps it from being tossed by the wind, moved in the wrong direction, getting blown up against the shore, and getting smashed. We need to have an anchor that keeps you focused on what it is you're trying to accomplish. That's your why. My anchor is perfectionism, and that's actually why I'm doing this video. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be ideal. I'm shooting it one day and editing it and publishing it the next. That goes against the grain. And believe me, I've got plenty of video ideas and half-started notions and footage that have been shelved for months and even years because I'm waiting for that perfection to happen. So this is the plan I've put into action to get over some of my hurdles. Put a plan of action into place to get over some of yours. Utilize what you're good at. your expertise. And maybe you don't think you have any, but that's because you're so familiar, you're so close to it, you don't even know you're an expert. I used an analogy of an anchor because I am proficient at coming up with tangible analogies that illustrate a point. If you've seen any of my other videos, maybe you know that by now. Find your passion, become an expert at it, and display it. You need to find your voice. What I'm talking about here is coming up with a balance between taking what's working for other people and blending it with your own style and personality. You need to know who you are. Share that person with the world. You may need to airbrush your personality a little bit. People are expecting to be entertained after all, but overall stay true to you. You have a unique voice. You've got a unique personality. Your style, your take on things, your vision of things is what makes you unique. It's what makes you interesting. It's what makes a person want to look at you instead of looking at a different video. Give them something to look at. This is video after all. Mix it up. Some people can get away with a single shot talking head video if the content is absolutely riveting. But people expect movement and action by how they've been conditioned from professionally produced television and media. You also need to give them something to listen to. Have a message and deliver it clearly. If you don't have any content worth chewing on, don't invite people to your restaurant. Be succinct, be clear. Don't ramble on and on saying the same thing over and over again and not really saying anything different because you keep saying the same message. And as you're saying the same message, you're not really saying anything new. And as you're not saying anything new, people are losing interest in what you're saying, like that, essentially. By the way, attempt to use humor every once in a while, but not too much. As my family is quick to remind me, you're not really that funny, Alan. Find your consistency. Be reasonable and attainable with your goals. But you need to publish videos regularly if you're going to be a content creator. You need to have some schedule of how often, how much are you going to bring something to the table. You need to find a rhythm, but you need to find a rhythm that you can sustain and then commit to doing it. Provide links to your other videos. On your screen, and down below. Take a look at what I've put down there. Did that not sound right? Bonus tip, don't say things that might get you censored. Do something catchy that might introduce a pattern interrupt, like having a gimmicky rhyme inserted in an odd moment. If you want to grow your channel, then you just can't hide. That's why you need to ask for a like or subscribe. Except you can't use that gimmicky rhyming thing. That's mine. Which brings me to my final point, motivation. To go back to the first point, knowing your why, finding your intrinsic motivation, something within you wants to do this, whatever it is, because of the hope that you're going to feel a sense of satisfaction in doing it. That's the thing you're promising yourself in this experience, not what others can either give you or hold back from you. Whatever your task or hurdle, do it primarily for the joy and satisfaction you're going to get from doing it. And count the response you get from others as frosting on the cake. But that's another video. Oh, another thing. You may want to offer something in order to get some response and feedback from your audience. Like, for instance, if you like all these points and tips I've been bringing up, there's a link at the bottom where you can get a download of the basic summary points that I've made in this video. Take a look at that. One last thing before you go. The proof is in the results. Since hardly anyone is ever going to find this video until I've already had a presence with my other videos, odds are by the time you found this, it may have already been a year since I first published this one. If so, I'm committing to make a follow-up video 1 year from today to go over the results of everything I've talked about here. And if you want to see those results, that video is most likely posted here or here. At this point, I'm still new to this. I don't really know where it's going to be.